Fine. Let's do this.
Look, you've been hitting the gym number. Looks like you beefed up a bit while you were away.
It does?
Yeah, I noticed too. Seems like whenever someone comes back to a party, they're stronger than when they left.
So that's normal? Well, I did want to impress you guys if I came back, so I practiced a new move.
You're kidding!
Well, get serious.
Take that. Let's go. Take this.
Prepare to suffer.
Yeah.
You're done. Bring it on.
Come on. Let's go. You're done now.
You gotta do better.
Don't get cocky.
You wanna fight?
I'm up.
You're in it now!
You're in.
Let's go. Wait a sec.
Get serious. Watch me. A gift for you.
Cool. This'll be good. Come on. Okay. You wanna go?
Eyes on me.
Kick your ass.
You gotta do better.
Feeling good. Going in.
I got this!
Right back at you. Well,
Yeah? Take this. Get alive.
don't move.
Yeah. Break yourself. Come.
You gotta do better. Watch me.
Don't get cocky.
Be sweet.
Take your best. All right,
You're in
let's
it
do
now.
Let's go. You wanna fight?
You're in for it now. Right back at you. Well,
Take this.
weak. Prepare to suffer.
I am not happy.
Come on!
All clear.
Watch me.
Don't get cocky.
A gift for you.
Back in the game. Yeah. Get alive.
Eyes on me.
That's better.
Get serious.
Come on!
Let's go. Going in.
Wanna fight? Right back at you. Well,
Take this.
prepare to suffer.
We cool. Don't get cocky. Let's rock. Okay. You're done.
Come on!
You gotta
Take
do
your
better.
best shot.
Watch me. A gift for you.
Let's do it. I'm up. Let's go! Let's go!
Right back at it.
Yeah! Who do I call?
You gotta do better.
Let's do it.
Well,
Take this.
prepare to slide.
Yeah. Let's go! You wanna go? Bring it on.
All patched up.
I'm struggling here.
I got this.
Get serious. This'll do.
You're in it now.
Take your best shot.
A gift for you.
Fight.
Okay.
Kick your ass.
You gotta do better. Well,
Take this.
prepare to suffer.
Let's go. Going in.
Right back at you.
Yeah. You're done.
You gotta do better.
Let's go. You wanna go? I'm up. Let's go.
Let's do it.
There we go.
Cool.
Check this out. Oh yeah?
What?
I got this.
Right back at you.
Alive.
I'll make it work.
Next time.
I thought I was a goner.
Nice. Look at me go.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
What?
You saved my ass again. How many times does that make now?
Let's stop keeping track.
I have to. But hey, what's your plan now?
Huh?
I mean, as long as you're here, you wanna help me out a little bit longer? I need all the help I can get right now, man. But what I really need are friends like you at my side.
Hey, man.
Huh?
After everything I did to you guys, as selfish as I was, you'd still call me your friend?
Yeah. Why wouldn't I?
You know, you're crazy.
Really? Who's the one who came back, huh?
For real. I mean it. You guys have a screw loose.
Come on. Is it so hard to admit you like us?
Shut up.
I'm sure all of us here are a little crazy. But that's the best part of being friends. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Shake on it, Nan-chan.
Call that a shake? Come on. Show some love.
Listen,
Yes. Nah. Yo.
Kasuga-kun, follow me.
So, who's the guy you wanted me to meet?
An old friend of yours. He prefers to meet with you alone, if that's possible.
I don't get it. Did he rescue you?
More or less. Thing is, he's with the Omi Alliance.
What's his name?
I don't know. He wouldn't tell me.
Guess I'll have to ask him myself.
Pretty much.
It's been a while, Aniki.
Mitsu. Holy shit! Mitsu! You're okay!
I don't know if okay is the right word. But I seem to be doing better than you, at least.
What's going on, man? I never caught up with you after I got out of prison. Have you seen Arakawa-san recently?
Nah, us peons hardly ever see him these days.
So I've heard.
Not happy about that myself. Even though we're Omi Alliance now, inside, I'm still Arakawa.
So you're Omi too.
Yeah. I had to rescue Zhao in secret. If they find out, I'll be executed.
Doesn't that mean you shouldn't be talking to me?
It does. But I had to say one thing to you. I can't say much else, but you need to know.
What?
Arakawa-san, he's about to go all in with his next gamble. When that happens, you'll need strong allies.
More than he's already got?
I can't say anymore. I'm sorry.
Mitsu.
I'll be in touch.
So what's going to happen to the Yokohama Lumang?
Damn, going straight for the jugular, huh? Well, obviously, Mabuchi's ruined everything. The Great Wall is full of holes now. If the Omi decide to invade, it'll crumble.
Is there any hope?
I don't know. But if we don't patch up the wall, it's all over. And with me like this.
Man, it hurts just looking at that.
Hurts having it. That's why I'm thinking of stepping down.
Huh?
It doesn't matter so much who the boss of the Liumang is. In the end, the only thing that really matters is whether my men have a place to call home. You get it?
Yeah. I know the Lumang origin story.
Ah. Then you know why we formed in the first place. I don't know if I can keep us going anymore. I was never that great at it. Not like my father.
But who's the next leader gonna be if you step down?
I have someone in mind. Someone who's tough, bold. Friend of yours, actually.
What? Who?
Song Hui-san.
Song Hui? You'd give the Lumang to the Komi Jewel?
Yeah, I know. Up to now, the two factions have been like oil and water. But the world's changing. Walls are crumbling. If we don't start banding together, none of us will survive. Not everyone will accept the merger, of course. I'm sure we'll lose members. But that hasn't changed the overall situation for the Eugene 3. It's join or die.
Yeah. I think I see what you're saying.
Do you?
You figure Song Hui will keep the Lumang from going extinct. Meanwhile, the Komi Jewel get a new home. So both your people and her people will be better off. Everyone's a big, happy family.
Well, you don't have to put it like that exactly. Soft sweetheart terms and shit.
Yeah, I do. You're a good guy with a big ol' heart. I kinda figured.
Do we really have to do this? I can't be that annoyed with you. The Eugene 3 do owe you a lot. The Ryu clan's probably singing anthems about you.
Yeah, speaking of, I think I'll visit the chairman and see how grateful he really is.
Sounds like you plan on making a big request.
But I have some idea of how this fake bill ended up in your pocket.
There's just something I want to ask him. I think he'll be willing to talk about more secret shit now, don't you think?
He should. We all owe you big time. You sure don't hesitate to cash in on favors. Well, give my regards to him when you see him.
You may enter.
Thank you, Chairman Hoshino. Captain Takabe said it would be okay for us to talk.
I heard. And I believe I already know why you've come. You've done us a great service. I would not still be leader of this clan if it weren't for you.
Does that mean the Seiryu clan's gonna pull through?
I can't say for sure yet. About 20 to 30% of our men defected to the Omi. And the ones who stayed are grumbling behind my back. And it's hard to blame them. They just found out the Ijincho standoff was all a sham.
Zhao told me he's giving up his position as the leader of the Lumang. Song Hui is going to lead them.
Yes, I know.
You just know everything, huh?
Not everything. But I'll tell you what I do know. Eventually, the Seiryu clan will succumb to the Omi Alliance.
What?
For people who had nowhere to live outside the gray zones, the Great Wall of Muscle was their only protection. Now it's crumbling. That's a matter of life or death for them. Already rumors are flying into Jincho's political circles. Rumors that Ogikubo's lost his touch. I'm sure Aoki got those whispers going. He never lets a good crisis go to waste.
Oh, really?
Aoki knows it would destroy the party if it ever revealed their chair, Ogikubo, forged money for years. Now, Aoki can easily blackmail Ogikubo and force him to step down. Aoki will become the new party chair.
I don't get it. Why does he want to take Ogikubo's place so bad?
The party chair manages elections, so in that role, Aoki could nominate anyone he wants. He'll control the ruling party. Therefore, he'll control the nation.
The whole country will be under his thumb?
Yes. Especially if I'm right about his next move. I think he's gonna try to dissolve Parliament.
Dissolve Parliament? At a time like this? That's insane.
Prime Minister, I understand how you must feel, being unable to rely on Ogikubo-sensei. But honestly, I have the power to support you better than he ever could. If an election were held today, I could guarantee you 2/3 of the seats, minimum.
Do you have a solid plan for doing that?
Yes. I'll send Bleach Japan to the districts where the Citizens' Liberal Party is weakest. Bleach Japan can influence votes anywhere. They're incredibly popular. Plus, they have my endorsement. A victory for the party would, of course, move your personal political goals forward.
Oh.
Tell me, do you think you have the power to maintain the party's stability right now? We don't want it breaking up for lack of support from Ogikubo-sensei.
You can talk that way to the house, but not to me.
Appoint me to party chair and hold an election. If you don't, I'll be forced to make public the nature of Ogikubo-sensei's crimes. That would mean the end of not only your administration, but the party itself.
But there's no precedent for someone serving as both governor and party chair. Besides, you're much too young.
If age is what you want, start digging for some old fossil who can stop me. That is, if you think you can find one. Anyone in particular come to mind?
Aoki's scheme to destroy the Great Wall worked. Now he's got Mabuchi and the Omi at his command. So much power, vested in just one man. And it had to be Masato Arakawa. Kasuga, I know you never intended to be at the center of all this. It was pure coincidence that you were there when the soap landowner died. Wouldn't you agree?
Yep. Lucky me.
But one thing I don't believe is a coincidence is that you ended up in Ijincho.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do you still have that fake bill?
Yeah. Didn't you say you knew how it ended up on me?
Yes. Only one person in the world could have put that bill in your pocket.
Who? Who is it?
Masumi Arakawa himself.
Arakawa-san? No, he's the one who shot me.
Yes, I'm aware he shot you. But did you ever consider that maybe he did that so you would end up here?
What?
That fake bill was his letter of introduction between you and me. It was to let me know that you were one of Masumi Arakawa's men.
Kind of a weird way to introduce us, don't you think?
I think what it means is Arakawa's goals do not align with those of Ryo Aoki.
Well, then, what are Arakawa's goals?
I really can't say. But I do know that he means business. He wouldn't have used that bill if he didn't.
Chairman, how exactly do you know Arakawa-san?
Well, that's a long story. And there's a much better place than here to tell it. Heian Tower.
Heian Tower?
Yes. That's where my fate intertwined with Arakawa's. He sure seems to be partial to Peking duck.
Yeah.
Let's have it for lunch tomorrow. My treat. I'll make the reservation.
Hey.
Listen.
Okay. Hmm?
Hmm. Huh.
Yo.
Hey.
Tell me what you got.
Well,
Take this.
I got this. Watch close now. For a magic trick. Watch close now.
Here we go.
Eyes on me.
I'm ready now. You're gonna be in a world of hurt.
Okay.
You're in for it now. That's better.
The enemy is
Good
defeated.
times.
Chief. My friend's got some questions about the day I was dumped in this town.
Yeah. I want to know why you didn't just abandon Ichiban, dump him at a hospital. If you don't mind telling us, I'm sure we'd all appreciate it.
I see. Fine. I'll tell you. It's as good a time as any.
What?
There's an old tradition in this homeless camp. A responsibility passed down through the chiefs for many years.
What responsibility?
On occasion, when we're asked, we dispose of bodies.
What?
Bodies?
Yeah. There's a Yakuza family from Kamurocho who pays us to do it. They're called Arakawa.
Arakawa? Seriously? They, was this going on while they were still Tojo?
I don't know every detail, but yes. The arrangement existed at that time. It existed before I started living here. We've dealt with all kinds of bodies, whether they've been shot, stabbed, beaten, no matter how nasty. We dug holes and buried them under garbage. Who knows how many are there now? Back during the bubble, we got one every month. Or so I was told. Since I became chief, there's only been 3.
Damn. Arakawa the assassin.
But there's one more secret rule. It applies to anyone the Arakawa bring here alive.
A secret within the secret. Great.
What happens if they bring someone alive?
We're supposed to give the person medical aid, then let them go free, while pretending they're dead.
What's up with that?
In the criminal underworld, there's always people wanting to fake their own death. Gamblers, guys on the run, anyone who's afraid someone will hurt them. They send people like that here, and we honor the secret agreement. I think it might actually be a service the Arakawa family provides, but obviously they don't advertise it. So it ended up being a very rare event.
Is that agreement why you saved me? This live body rule?
You got it.
What sort of guy dropped me off here?
I mean, probably just someone from the family. I had no reason to check or anything. The guy lugged you out of the trunk of a car. You were covered in blood. He paid me and left. Didn't say a single thing the whole time.
I'm sorry, Ichi. You have to die. I'm counting on you, Ichi.
Huh? What the? After Arakawa-san shot me, I think he said something. I think it was, I'm counting on you, Ichi.
What would that even mean?
No clue. But the more I think about it, the more I'm sure he said that.
Look, Ichiban.
What?
I don't want to dash your hopes or anything. When you were dumped here, you were on death's doorstep. You're only alive because everything I did went exactly the way we needed it to. But it could have easily gone a different way. I know you want to trust Arakawa, but...
I think Arakawa-san had to shoot me. All the other Yakuza at that meeting were watching him.
Huh?
Never mind. You don't get it. Forget I said anything.
I went ahead and got started.
You sure you don't mind treating me?
What? Are you actually able to pay?
Wish I could, but I don't think they'd take this.
You don't sound like you're gonna relax during this meal.
Depends on what you say. Hopefully I'll relax enough to enjoy the duck. So, how do you know Arakawa-san? I'm on the edge of my seat here.
It wasn't long after the war the counterfeit bills started being produced in Ijincho. It was top secret. Only the heads of the Seiryu clan and the Liumang, plus some officers, knew about it. Outside of that inner circle, they also had to hire people to smuggle the bills.
Smugglers?
And one of them was a traveling actor. His name was Toshio Arakawa. He was Masumi Arakawa's father.
What?
One day, he came to us saying he lost an entire suitcase filled with 100 mil in fake yen. No excuse in the world could have saved him. A mistake that grave required the Seiryu clan to make an example out of him for the other smugglers. But remember, only a few people at the top even knew about the counterfeiting. It wasn't a task they could hand to just anybody. So I, being next in line to inherit the clan, was entrusted to carry it out.
So did you... You actually...
Yes. I killed Toshio Arakawa, father of Masumi Arakawa, in this very place, 40 years ago. But I had no idea who was in the room with my target. By the time I learned it was his 14-year-old son, it was too late. I had to go through with the hit, knowing this boy would see his father die. To make my guilt even worse, later I found out why Toshio lost the fake bills. His wife and her lover had stolen them. And those two fell into the ocean and disappeared. Their corpses were never even found.
So Arakawa-san lost both his parents, one after the other.
And his only other friends, the theater troupe, disbanded soon after without their leader. Masumi Arakawa became a drifter, along with a few other actors. They couldn't trust anyone, so what other path was there for them, except becoming Yakuza in Kamurocho? Arakawa joined a low-ranking family in the Tojo clan called the Hikawa family. Life wasn't easy for him there. They were the kind of family that took hits without thinking twice.
Really?
Yes. So they were always in need of ways to dispose of a body. Masumi Arakawa was tapped to help with that, and he was extremely cautious. To do it, he started coming all the way to the homeless camp in Ijincho.
Really? Even though the family was based in Tokyo? Why?
Well, truthfully, he wanted an excuse to come to Yokohama, because it would afford him opportunities to hunt his father's killer.
I see. So Arakawa-san was using the homeless camp to dispose of bodies all the way back then.
Indeed. As for his hunt, he researched Yakuza and criminals every time he was here. All he started with was a single clue. His own childhood memory of the suspicious waiter he saw here that night. Eventually, 7 years after the murder, I received an invitation to come here. He signed his invitation Masumi Arakawa. It was a bold declaration, and I knew immediately the running would be futile. So I came here, alone. I didn't even bring a bodyguard.
Why the hell not?
Well, to put it simply, I was prepared to die.
But, I mean...
In this line of work, there are no good ways to die. And I can think of worse ways to go that would not give that boy the justice he'd earned. The memory of what I'd done to him never left me, you know. It was always like a small bone stuck in my throat. He was sitting right where you are now.
Here?
Yes. He didn't look a day over 20. But his eyes had that hard, flinty gaze of an old killer. I couldn't help myself. I told him everything. I told him why I killed Toshio Arakawa. I even told him about the secret counterfeiting. I figured I was dead anyway. He had a gun in his hand, and all he had to do was pull the trigger. But he never once interrupted me. When I'd finished, he slowly stood up. I stopped him as he turned to leave. "Didn't you come here for revenge?" I asked.
And? What did he say?
He said, "If only you had ignored my invitation, then I could have shot you in the back." Then he left.
Boss.
In 1984, the 10,000 yen bill changed from the face of Prince Shotoku to Yukichi Fukuzawa. By that time, Arakawa had found his own Yakuza family, so I sent him a gift.
What was it?
A fresh batch of crisp, fake bills featuring Yukichi Fukuzawa. They were defective prints with nothing on the back. Not exactly legal tender.
Then how was that a gift?
It's hard to explain. If I had to say, it was out of gratitude.
Sure, but for what?
I should have died that day I met with Arakawa. It would have been right. And yet he spared me. Not only that, but he lifted a terrible weight from my chest. Furthermore, it's not an exaggeration to say the equilibrium among the Ijin Three continues to this day because of him.
Wow.
I owe him an unfathomable debt. And one day, I must pay it back. The defective bills were how I chose to communicate the sentiment. The counterfeiting secret is Ijincho's weakness. And it was only thanks to Arakawa that the Ijin Three could continue to secretly wield that power. But of course, that means if he ever feels like it was a mistake to let me live, he can use the fake bills to unravel everything I've built. The gift wasn't the bills themselves. They were leverage. I actually wrote something on the back to that effect. Neither justice nor mercy should tip the scale. It means that those in power must reward and punish where necessary. I felt it was an appropriate message. I suppose the writing has faded at this point.
Whoa. So that's the whole story.
Up till this moment. But now I'm sitting across from a man holding one of those fake bills. Which, of course, is a message from Arakawa that only I could understand. The message is, Masumi Arakawa sees you as a beloved family member.
Arakawa-san thinks of me as family.
He would not have placed that bill in your pocket lightly. Do you see its significance now? After everything I've told you? There is almost no doubt in my mind that Arakawa did not want you killed. So he didn't shoot you out of malice. He shot you so that you would be brought here, be saved by the homeless, and eventually meet up with me. Do you see? That's everything I can tell you.
That's plenty. Thank you, Chairman. I see it all now. I always kind of figured.
You did? Well, it's your move now. I've only told you what I know, so...
It's okay. That's enough. I trust you.
Well, I don't hear that often.
Yeah, neither do I. Not even from my friends. But those friends are trustworthy to me. And so are you. I believe everything you said. And my faith in Arakawa-san is coming back strong.
Kasuga,
Yeah?
are you a blood relative of Arakawa's?
No, it's not like that.
I see. Well, he must have been happy to have such loyalty as yours. As proud as any father, I think.